Good morning friends. Our today's topic is lubrication system. So in the today's topics we will see the different types of lubrication system such as dry sump lubrication, wet sump lubrication, mist lubrication, etc. We will see the construction and working of this lubrication system. Okay. So first of all, what is lubrication first? Okay, to supply the lubricating oil between the moving part is simply termed as lubrication. Okay, so what happened in the IC engine? There are a lot of moving parts and there is a relative motion between the moving parts, metallic moving parts. Okay, and due to the relative motion between the moving parts, there is a continuous friction between these metallic moving parts, and due to that friction, what happened? The heat is generated between the moving part. Okay, and due to the frictional force and heat, there is a lot of power loss in the engine, which results in the seizure of the engine as well as reduce the efficiency of the engine. Okay, so to separate out the moving parts with each other, this lubricant is used to separate out the moving parts, so that there is a free relative motion between the moving parts of the engine. Okay, so at the same time lubricant also reduces the frictional losses, so that there is no losses in the engine while working. Okay, now what is the purpose of the lubrication? So first purpose of lubrication is to reduce the friction between the moving parts to the minimum value, thereby reducing the power loss due to the friction. Okay, so the first point is to reduces the friction between the moving parts to the minimum value. Okay, second point is to minimize the wear of moving parts as far as possible. Okay, so as there is a no contact between the two moving parts, the wear and tear of the moving parts is also minimum. Third point is to provide the cooling effect by acting as a cooling medium and remove heat from the various parts. Okay, so this lubricating oil, as it is present in between the two mating part of the engine, where there is a direct contact. Okay, so as the heat is produced between the two moving part, this heat is absorbed by this lubricant system, which is trapped in between the moving part. Okay, and this heat is absorbed by this lubrication system and it is taken away by the lubricant. Okay, fourth point is to form a effective seal between the piston ring and cylinder wall and thus prevent the escape of gases from the cylinder and avoid pumping loss. Okay, now what happened, this lubricating oil which is sprayed in the combustion chamber from the bottom of the piston. Okay, from the bottom side of the piston, this lubricating oil is sprayed around the wall of the cylinder, complete wall of the cylinder. This lubricant is sprayed out. Okay, and this lubricant form a sealant between the piston ring and cylinder. Okay, that is there is no contact between the, there is no direct contact between the cylinder and the piston ring. This oil film is produced is formed between the piston ring and piston cylinder. Okay, so what happened, this oil film acts as a sealant which avoids the escape of the burn gas from the head of the cylinder to the crankcase. Okay, it acts as a sealant. Okay, next is fifth point is to keep the engine parts clean by washing off and carry away the impurities from the engine. Okay, so that this lubricating oil also acts as a cleaning agent. Okay, it takes away the carbon particles as well as metal particle and foreign particles, etc. And eventually it's wash the engine internally. Okay, so it also acts as a cleaning agent. Next, sixth point is to provide the cushioning to the engine by absorbing the shock developed by the sudden application of load and instant combustion of fuel in the cylinder of the engine. Okay, so it also acts as a cushioning effect. Okay, oil also provide a cushioning effect to the various components of the engine. Okay, Next point is to reduce the noise by absorbing the shock between the bearings and engine parts. Okay, so it also acts as a noise reducer. And last point is to prevent the metallic component from corrosive attack by the acid formed during the combustion process. So these are all the properties of the lubrication properties of lubrication. Now we will see the different kind of lubrication system. Okay, now there are various kind of lubrication system used in the modern IC engine. The first kind of lubrication system is this wet sump lubrication system. Okay, in this wet sump why it is called as a wet sump lubrication system? Because this sump is in the wet condition, that is oil is stored in this sump. Okay, all the oil present in the engine is stored in this sump. So this is particular diagram of the wet sump lubrication. Now how this wet sump lubrication work and what are the advantages of wet sump lubrication that we will see. Okay, now what happened, first of all, the wet sump lubrication, there is a oil pump. This is the important part of the wet sump lubrication. Okay, this oil pump is driven by the crankshaft. When the crankshaft rotates, this oil pump also rotates. This is a centrifugal gear pump, oil pump. Okay, this inlet of the oil pump is dipped into the oil as shown in the figure. Okay, and this is the inlet part. This is called as a strainer. Okay, this is a mesh type of the grill. Okay, which is used to filter out any foreign particles present in the oil. So here the oil is filtered out and sucked into the pump, inlet of the pump. Okay, then pump forces this oil into this gallery. Okay, and after that, after the pump forces the oil into gallery, it will goes to the oil filter where it is again filtered out. Okay, so here in the filtration, in the oil filter, what happened, all the carbon particles, foreign particles, very minute particles are filtered out. Okay, it is trapped in this oil filter because this oil is in the pressurized form. Okay, so this is all the foreign particles are trapped here, and pure oil is passed to the oil galleries here, and it is supplied to the various part of the engine. Okay, such as this is the big end bearing of the crank. Okay, first it goes to the big end bearing of the crank. All the crank big end bearings are lubricated by this oil. Okay, then by this oil gallery, the oil goes to this timing gear. Okay, these timing gears are lubricated by the oil. Then this oil also goes to this what we say, cams and follower system. Cams and follower system are also lubricated by this oil gallery. Okay, then this oil goes to this uppermost part of the lubrication system. Okay, such as where the rocker arms are produced, rocker arms are produced. This part is also lubricated by the oil. Okay, and after lubricating all these components of the engine, it is dropped down into this sump. Okay, so this process continues. This process is continuous as soon as the engine is rotating. Okay, so as the engine rotates, this oil continuously supply the oil to the various component of the engine, and after lubricating, it is settled down. Okay, so this is how the wet sump lubrication works. Okay, now this is the oil gauge. This is connected in series with this oil gallery. Okay, now what is the function of this oil gauge? This oil gauge indicates that this oil pump is working or not. Okay, if the oil pump is not working, then there is no deflection in this pressure gauge. Okay, so in some cases what happened, if there is a faulty oil pump, or if there is a very much if the oil strainer is very much choked, in a choke condition, or this oil filter is very much in choke condition, what happened, then in that case, there is no deflection in the oil gauge, or very little deflection in the oil gauge, or the oil gauge will not show the recommended pressure. Okay, in that case, the driver of the vehicle should understand that either this oil filter is choked or this strainer is choked. Okay, so then this driver immediately stop the engine, check these two components, clean it or replace it, and then after reaching the recommended pressure, then again this engine should run properly. Okay, so this is very important. So this driver has to always check this oil pressure, recommended oil pressure, while running the vehicle. Okay, so this is the working of the wet sump lubrication. Okay, now what is the advantage of wet sump lubrication? The advantage of wet sump lubrication is very intricate parts of the engine can be very lubricated, very easily lubricated due to pressurized lubrication, such as this big end bearing, small bearing, okay, camshaft, crankshaft, this timing gear, all these gears should be thoroughly lubricated. Okay, this is the most important advantages of wet sump pressurized wet sump lubrication. Okay, at the same time, if you look at this diagram, what happened here, the piston and cylinder valve. Okay, so as I discussed earlier, that this oil forms a film between the piston ring and cylinder valve for the sealing of this for the sealing purposes, so that all the combustion pressure produced at the crown of the piston should not escape and goes to the crankcase. Okay, it should not escape through the crankcase, so this oil acts as a sealant. Okay, so what happened to pressurized lubrication has a oil jet like this. Okay, it forms due to the pressurized lubrication. This jet form a mist or spray of oil, and it spray all the lubricant oil under the piston. Okay, and due to this there is a film formed between the piston and cylinder. At the same time, what happened, due to the combustion of charge, the temperature of the crown is very high. Okay, about 200 to 300 degrees Celsius. Now what happened when this oil is sprayed between when all this oil is sprayed, what happened, this oil take away the heat. Okay, this oil take away the heat here from the piston, and by absorbing the heat, it settle down. Okay, and cool the top of the piston or cool the cylinder head. Okay, so this also helps for the cooling purpose of the engine. So this kind of engine is almost used in all the 4-wheelers, 2-wheelers, okay, motorcycles, etc. Okay, the disadvantage of this kind of lubrication is that this kind of lubrication is only applicable where the engine is almost in the horizontal position, or the tilt of the engine is 30 to 40 degree. Okay, but in the aeroplane, what happened when the aeroplane take a complete 360 degree turn. Okay, for the aerobics, when aeroplane turns completely 360 degree, in this case this wet sump lubrication will not work. Okay, so for that purpose there is another lubrication system called as a dry sump lubrication system. Okay, so the figure in front of you is a dry sump lubrication system. In this, the oil is not stored in the sump as a wet sump lubrication, but it is stored in a separate tank. Okay, oil is stored in a separate tank, and then it is the oil is sucked out by the pump. Okay, and then to filtered it, and then provided to the various part of the engine. Okay, then by lubricating the various part of the engine, then oil again settle down in this passage. Okay, and then again it is sucked out and stored into the sump. Okay, so this sump is completely dried. There is no storage of oil here. Okay, oil is stored into this tank. This sump is almost dry. It is taken out by this pump. Okay, scavenging pump. Okay, so in this case this sump is almost dry. So what is the advantage of this? The advantage of this is that this engine is, if this engine is 180 degree tilted, okay, for example this engine block is exactly vertically downward and crank is upward. Okay, it is tilted 180 degree, then and then also this engine will work efficiently. Okay, because what happened, this oil is stored in this tank. Okay, so even if this complete engine is tilted 180 degree, then this oil will not move in the upward direction. For example, in this wet sump lubrication system, what happened, if this engine is tilted at 180 degree, all the oil present in the sump will move towards the head of the engine, that is towards the piston. Okay, all this oil will move towards the piston, and due to which this engine will stall. Okay, so this kind of lubrication system will not work in the aeroplanes. Okay, so for aeroplanes this kind of wet sump lubrication is used, okay, where all the oil is stored into this separate tank and this sump is almost empty. Okay, so that even if this engine tilted, the oil will not flow around on the towards the piston. Okay, so this is a what we say, a dry sump lubrication system. Okay, now another lubrication system, as you see here, this is a mist lubrication system. Okay, this mist lubrication system is almost used in a two-stroke engine. Okay, where there is a very few moving parts such as only piston cylinder. Also there is only a piston cylinder and crank and crankshaft. Only these parts has to be lubricated. There are very few moving parts. In this case the mist lubrication is used. So what happened in the mist lubrication, the oil is mixed with the petrol. Okay, in mist lubrication oil is mixed with the petrol, and a mixture of oil and petrol is fed to the carburetor, and from the carburetor this mixture goes to the engine. Okay, and this mixture, due to this mixture, what happened, when this mixture goes to the engine, what happened, the petrol inside the engine will vaporize, and this oil is settled down in the form of thin film. Okay, so this oil will settle down in the form of thin film, and this oil cover all the moving part of the engine, such as it will form a film in between the piston and cylinder, as well as in the bearing of the crankshaft. Okay, all the intricate internal part of the engine is filled by the oil, thin film of oil in the mist lubrication system. So this kind of lubrication system is very simple, and it doesn't require any oil pump, any separate oil tank. Okay, this is a very cost effective lubrication system. So this lubrication system is almost used in the two-stroke engines. Okay, so this is a mist lubrication system, in which the oil is stored into the in a separate tank. Okay, and this oil is stored in this tank, or in some cases the oil is also mixed with the petrol. Okay, so here there is a separate tank, and the oil is mixed in the carburetor with the petrol, and this mixture is filled to the engine. Okay, now after completely forming a film between all the moving parts and lubricating, what happened is oil will force out from the exhaust stroke, and then this all this burnt oil is accumulated into the silencer of the engine, and then from silencer it is dropped outside. Okay, so this is the working of mist type lubrication. So this lubrication is absolute, no, it is not used at all. Okay, so these are so this is all the lubrication system. Okay, so if you have any comments, so please comment on this issue, and if you have any problem, then let me know in the comments, then I will answer to these comments. Okay, thank you.